Running through your veins, there is a hidden security code, not a metaphor, an actual biological password, 4 letters long, that your doctors check before every transfusion, every organ transplant, every major surgery. Most people know their blood type the way they know their shoe size. A fact on a card. Forgettable. But here's what most people don't realize. Your blood type isn't just about transfusions. It's linked to how your blood clots, how certain viruses grab onto your cells, even your risk for specific diseases decades down the road. Think of your blood type like the lock on a building's front door. It doesn't just decide who gets a delivery of medicine, it also decides which invaders can pick that lock. Here's the modern trap. Somewhere along the way, blood type got hijacked by diet culture. You've probably seen it. The idea that type O should eat like a caveman, type A should go vegetarian, type B should avoid chicken. At first, nothing seems wrong with this. It's specific. It's tidy. It feels personalized, but underneath the surface, the actual science tells a very different story. Large clinical reviews testing the blood type diet found no meaningful difference in weight loss or health markers based on blood type at all. The theory, as a diet plan, simply hasn't held up. So if the diet myth is fiction, what's the real story hiding underneath it? Inside your body, your blood type isn't a diet plan. It's more like a set of door locks stamped onto the surface of every red blood cell, and even onto the linings of your blood vessels, stomach, and gut. Let's walk through what those locks actually change. Picture your blood vessels as a highway system and clotting cells as tow trucks, waiting to seal off any accident on the road. People with type A, B, or AB blood tend to carry higher levels of a clotting protein called von Willebrand factor. More tow trucks on standby means faster clot formation. That's protective after an injury, but research has linked it to a modestly higher risk of blood clots and cardiovascular issues over a lifetime. Type O tends to run the opposite way. Fewer tow trucks, slower clotting, and in several large studies, a somewhat lower average risk of clot-related heart disease. Your stomach lining is like a warehouse wall, and certain bacteria are constantly testing it for weak spots. Some studies have found people with type A blood show a modestly higher association with stomach cancer risk, possibly tied to how the H. pylori bacteria interacts with the sugar markers on stomach cells. Meanwhile, type O blood has shown a stronger link to stomach ulcers. The same bacteria seem to latch onto type O cell surfaces with more grip, like a hook finding a better texture to grab onto. Imagine a virus as a burglar checking every doorknob on a street, looking for one that turns easily. During the early pandemic, data suggested type A individuals were slightly more vulnerable to severe cases than type O. While later data showed the gap was much smaller than initially thought, it proved a fascinating concept. Some viral spikes simply find a better grip on certain blood type markers. Here's the underlying mechanism tying all of this together. Blood type isn't caused by lifestyle. It's fixed at conception, written into your DNA like the load-bearing beams of a house. Installed once, unchangeable, present in every renovation that follows. But those beams interact with everything else happening in the house. Your inflammation levels, your gut bacteria, your cholesterol. What most people don't realize is that blood type doesn't act alone. It's one variable in a massive equation, sitting alongside diet, exercise, sleep, and genetics. Left unexamined, small statistical tendencies compound over decades. A slightly stickier clotting system, paired with years of poor sleep and a sedentary job, becomes a real measurable risk, not because of blood type alone, but because of blood type stacked on top of everything else. This is where the real change begins, not with a blood type diet, but with blood type awareness. Think of it like knowing your car has slightly weaker brakes from the factory. You don't need a special fuel. You just drive a little more carefully and get your brakes checked more often. If you're type A, B, or AB, that might mean discussing clotting risk factors with your doctor, especially around smoking, birth control, or long flights. If you're type O, that might mean staying on top of ulcer symptoms or H. pylori testing if you have chronic stomach discomfort. None of this requires eliminating entire food groups. It requires precision, not restriction. Here's the part almost nobody talks about. Your gut bacteria may actually be reading your blood type too. The same sugar markers that define your blood type also appear on the lining of your intestines. Some researchers believe this shapes which bacterial species settle in more comfortably, like certain plants only thriving in certain soil types. That means your blood type might quietly influence your microbiome's makeup, long before any dietary choice ever does. Here's where people go wrong most often. They hear type A has higher clotting risk and treat it like a diagnosis, as if their blood type alone determines their fate. It doesn't. These are population-level tendencies observed across thousands of people, not personal predictions. A type O person can still develop clotting disorders. A type A person can live to 90 with a spotless cardiovascular record. Blood type shifts the odds slightly. It doesn't write the ending. So here's what actually holds up. Your blood type is a fixed structural feature, not a diet plan, not a horoscope, but a real biological signature that interacts with clotting, certain infections, and your stomach lining. The eat for your blood type trend oversimplified something genuinely interesting into something falsely actionable. The real takeaway is smaller but sturdier. Know your type, mention it to your doctor, and let it be one piece of a much bigger picture, not the whole picture itself. Because understanding your biology isn't about finding a shortcut. It's about knowing exactly which door your body is guarding and how to guard it a little better.